Hey everybody, it's your boy Mortgage Mike. It's been a long time coming, and tomorrow morning is my check ride. Finally, after rescheduling from back issues and trying to find DPEs that are available and just cramming and studying and all the rest, I feel pretty good. I just know that at the end of the day, if I really believe this is what the Lord wants me to do, I'll end up doing it. And kind of doesn't get any easier than that, which is freeing in some way. So I've got a half an hour before I shut myself off from studying, and then just enjoy the rest of the evening, get a good meal, get to bed early, and this thing starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So come on, somebody! Good morning, everybody. It is check ride morning. It's about 6 o'clock, and I'm headed to the airport. It's dark still this time of year, but I'm super excited. Got a pretty good night's sleep last night, and yeah, check ride's supposed to start at 7. I guess I should be done around noon or 1. Just hoping for the best. No, we're not. We're praying for the best, everybody, because that's what I do. Have a good day. We'll be back soon. Okay, so I kind of left us stranded just with the picture. They don't let photography into the check ride room for obvious reasons. I know I didn't ask, I just assumed. But everything started on time. Bonnie was there in the morning just to make sure that if there were any endorsements missing, that all got taken care of. I was nervous. I got there like a half an hour early, got everything set up, got all my paraphernalia spread out. It's an open book test, which you think, sweet, until you see that the book is 1,200 pages long. So it doesn't, you still have to know where to find stuff. And my DPE came in, greeted us both. We had some pleasantries at the beginning, and then it was kind of just off to the races for questioning. And the oral portion, I've watched a lot of these videos, and so have you, especially if you follow me as a fellow potential or current aviator. I think I'm still just a pilot. We'll work on the aviation part later, but his first question was about basic med. Oh man, I knew I'd forget that part, so the nerves went through the roof. He did a really good job of just calming me down though and saying, hey, like, my job is to make sure that I'd be okay putting my wife and kids in the plane with you. And I said, well, how much do you love your wife and kids? I felt like it was an important clarification. He likes them. He likes them quite a bit. So the oral portion took approximately, well, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, but a lot of it was conversational. So it wasn't just like question after question for that long. We went through some scenarios. We went through all the things that you see on the videos, airspace, the cross-country plan, all part 91, all part 61, whatever the 61 is, what you can and can't do with your pilot privileges. Yeah, all the stuff. I would say overall, based on the studying I had done, it was not as scary as I had built it up to be in my mind. So that was good. And what's really interesting though is you're supposed to like just zip it. You guys, you've seen me. I don't zip it, I talk. I'm verbose. I use words like verbose. So at one point I said, so am I correct that you just said you want me to like share everything that's in my mind during the flight portion, but don't say anything more than I need to during this ground portion? He goes, yeah. And he says, do you know what this is? I said, yeah, it's a pen. He goes, wrong answer. And I go, really? It looks like a pen. He goes, do you know what this is? I said, yes. And that, my friends, is the correct answer. So they'll do the digging. You already all know this if you've watched other videos. So I think I did okay from that standpoint, in that we still got in the plane. I think if you fail the oral section, they don't take you out to the airplane. So we had to wait 45 minutes or so for fuel. That's not previous fuel lady's fault. It was just a busy day, and we were just kind of cooked because it was warmer and it was getting warmer. And this is afternoon. As you know, I do most of my flying in the morning, so I was a little bit tripping out, but he had already set up expectation for the order of operations, things we were going to do. And as you already know, my short field takeoff landing is what I kind of have been struggling with. I think I've done like 250 practice landings. That's so embarrassing. So right off the bat, that's what we were gonna do. Short field takeoff, a short field landing, assuming we got into the pattern. Then we were gonna do a soft field takeoff and a soft field landing, and then a normal takeoff and a normal landing before we went out to the practice area to do the maneuvers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I came in, pitched for airspeed perfectly. I was dialed in at 70 miles an hour, 30 degrees of flaps. I flipped to 40 degrees of flaps as I crossed the numbers, and I still missed the 1,000-footers. But I didn't come up short, and that was the big no-no. So I was within the variance. You have the point or within 200 feet, and I had just missed it, so it wasn't so bad. But I was like, do I go around or not? So that was kind of the most stressful part. The soft fields were great. The normals were great. I did take off with the carb heat out. Oh my gosh, my CFI is gonna be so upset with me. But it's okay, because my DPE said, don't worry about it, just put it back in. Hey, look, we picked up 100 RPM. Yeah, we did. So they did a very good job early or he said, perfection is not the requirement or the expectation. And I thought to myself, yeah, but I'm kind of a perfectionist. So hopefully there's some wiggle room in there. But you guys, the density altitude was a little bit beefy. My DPE is not the slightest of build. So we were like struggle busing to climb out of the airspace. I think like once we got about above 7,500, we just weren't, it was like we were maybe getting 100, 200 feet per minute, which you're supposed to get like 500 plus. So anyhow, we did maneuvers where you put the foggles on, which is like the instrument stuff where I can't see outside and I have to do maneuvers, turn to this heading, climb and maintain a certain altitude, all that sort of stuff. My steep turns were okay. They weren't as good as they'd been in the past, but it was bumpier than I was, used to. So I knew that was going to be the case. Slow flight went fine. The stalls went fine. The emergency descent was actually kind of funny because he pulled power like, oh no, we lost an engine. And you have to know what to do. But these planes are built to fly. So I had it trimmed out, best glide. Everything was good. I'm like, there's my field. And it wouldn't drop fast enough. So I'm doing a slip just to get into the field. We got about 500 feet above the field and he says, go around. And that's, pretty normal. And then our diversion at the end was just, we are supposed to go fly over here, but it's socked in with fog. What are we gonna do? So you have to determine whether you have enough fuel and enough time to get to wherever your diversion airport was, which for me was back at Centennial. And I knew that it was only gonna take 15 minutes to get there and 2 gallons of fuel because I have a nifty little tool called ForeFlight and 2 fingers. So things have gotten easier since the days of charts only. So we came back to Centennial and he started kind of giving me just like input on, I want you to enjoy this certificate. And I'm like, does that mean I passed? Like, I don't know, did I pass? And then I remembered what another guy had said. He said, if you don't pass, they'll just tell you. And then they'll ask you if you want to quit. So I'm like, I think I passed as long as I don't F up this last landing. So he said, the last landing's bonus. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I passed. And we got the plane back down and we got it put away and we got into the lobby for a debrief. And I just finally had to go, so did I pass? He goes, well, do you think you did? I go, I'm asking you on come on, man, give me some news. And then he goes, not quite yet. And then I forgot I had to pay him. So then when I paid him, then he said, yeah, you passed, congratulations. So I did it, everybody. Can you believe it? 138 days ago, I came to you on my first video and we have had a journey. I've been in all of it and you've been in some of it. But we've had being socked in and scud running from spaceport. We've had bumpy air. We've had solo flights that went good. We had our initial solo. I mean, I'm just looking through some of these. Bird strike. I mean, holy moly. I wrote love in the sky like a man in love, and night flights and cross countries and the most expensive pizza you'll ever eat in Akron when you count the price of fuel. And 138 days is not a short amount of time. But I had back trouble. And yet I'm here now with my private pilot certificate. which is freaking awesome. So we did it. I feel like you guys are part of it. If you're still watching at 8 minutes, it seems unlikely, but God bless if you are. This is, as I said at the beginning, more for me to look back on and enjoy. So now what? I don't know. I'm gonna have to adjust the channel. What am I gonna do with my 59 fans? They won't watch anymore. But next is I'm gonna take my wife out tomorrow morning as my first passenger, and we're gonna get in the air. She'll let me. Stay tuned. There may be a video for that too. But I just want to thank you all for your support. It's really kind of crazy between the Fuel Chicks and good friends and old friends and my parents' friends, and there's people that have come back out in support of this that I even haven't talked to in a long time. Has been awesome. So I'm so grateful. None of this would happen without Jesus. So thank you, Lord, for all that. Amazing. And we'll just see where it goes next. I hope you'll stay tuned. Bye.